we will have a 5:15 alarm go off, and that will be that I have to give Rufus his dinner.
Sure.
So I'll
totally
just edit it when it happens.
Yeah, or just totally leave this in as our opening part.
Prepare for these important events.
I have been.
Okay, why am I warm?
Because you're wearing pants.
Yeah, because it was so cold.
Just slip your pants off, honey.
Hi.
Hi.
I have been excited for this episode to happen since before it wasn't even a possibility.
True.
Yes, she had a checkered
And
past.
now my dreams have come true because today we have Erin's mother on the show, Terry.
Terry.
So happy you're here.
Also known as Tenny or T or
like
Grandma
T.
T.
I like T. Can I call you T?
Sure.
What up, T?
I'm Grandma T.
Grandma
Oh
T.
my God, and she's so cool. I've been so excited about this for so long. I'm so happy.
When I told her that we bought your plane ticket and you were actually coming, she was like over the top.
I was over the moon.
Mm-hmm.
I was very excited to meet you.
Well, I'm really happy to be here and meet all of her friends I've heard so much about.
Yes.
And you guys traveled a lot together, don't
we
you?
do. Yeah.
And we're traveling again.
And we're going to travel again soon. Very excited about that.
Where are you headed next?
Greece.
And Ireland.
And
Holy
Ireland,
moly,
yeah.
just the two of you?
No.
The boys go too?
Boys too.
Boys too.
But we have decided that we need to start doing more like ladies trips, like just go somewhere interesting.
Yeah.
And that's what's really nice is we both like love to travel.
Yeah.
So
Well, and there's plenty of people you can always find to go with you.
yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I would
But the
think
great
so.
thing is after like when we travel, we're always kind of like excited to come back here because like Palmas is such a special place to us. And it's
Yeah.
cool because so many people travel. Either you're a couple months out of the year or maybe you're only here for 6 months out of the year. And no matter what, we come back here and it's like no time has passed. You jump right back in with your
where you
friends,
left off.
and it's such a good feeling to have that. You know, you miss it, but you love what you're doing somewhere else. You love to travel, you love to experience new cultures and all that. But then you come back here, and it's like
Like you never missed a beat.
like Palmas is like you go through you go through the gates, and it's a big hug.
Yeah.
And everybody knows me as I like to hug. So thanks for the hug, Palmas.
Thanks, Palmas.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now I get to put Erin on the hot seat because
All right.
when my sister came, my two, wow, I can't talk. We're going to have to.
Your sisters?
Okay.
Undo what just happened.
Okay. Rewind. When my sisters came to visit last year, we had them on the show, and they just ripped me a new one, man.
I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true.
They told all the stories of my silliness.
Oh my
Now,
God!
granted,
But my mom is.
now
this is
granted,
not
now
even
granted,
fair.
now granted.
She's a good girl.
Yeah,
she
I'm a
was
go-
a good
I
girl.
have
just-
a lot of stories.
So
to tell.
T, just so you know, I was the friend that if Erin and I were growing up at the same, if we were friends, I would have been the friend that you would have been like, oh, you need to keep hanging out with Bex. She's good. Because that's...
She has good ideas.
She has good ideas. And because that's the friend that I was. I was the friend that the parents were happy their kid was hanging out with.
Not Erin so much.
No, and we're very excited to dive into that.
Yeah.
It's weird because I take these random notes. I put them in my phone when something.
I don't have any notes
When
for
something
her.
comes up, I write it down, but then I don't give any context. So you might need
this
to.
is good.
Well,
Okay.
Well, we're going to start off really light. I think we'll start off light. What does it mean? I wrote on my notes under you social glue. Do you got anything with that?
Oh, well, I've always been like, I am the social glue of many friendships. Like, I think is what you were
Yeah.
talking about.
Like you
like if
She keeps the group together.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
And
are
I'm
good
the
about that.
I'm the one who like plans the things and makes stuff happen.
Yeah, that's true.
Mhm.
If you're the social glue, what does that make me?
Well, I think you are too.
We're both social glue.
I think so.
If I was social glue, I would be pink and glittery glue.
What color would I be? Mint.
Black, the
Or-
color of your soul.
Oh.
I'm kidding.
That's
I,
mean.
I'm with glitter.
Yeah.
Oh, this is already starting off so good. And see, I eased you into it with that one. I'm smart. Ooh, wait. Do you know what's after that?
What?
I have speeding tickets listed.
Oh.
Did you lose
speed-
count at some point? How many speeding tickets you have?
Or car wrecks.
Oh, no. I remember right after Christmas, and you know how busy it is the day after Christmas.
Yeah.
Everybody goes to the store to return their stuff that they don't want or don't like or whatever. And I said, no, you can't go today. She was a new driver, not very experienced. And she was going out to the busiest part of town.
Intersection.
Yeah,
I mean, like,
really busy.
craziest part of town.
Yeah. And I said,
And she said,
"No."
do not go to the mall. Whatever you do not go to the mall.
Was this in Iowa?
No,
No,
this was in
Kansas.
Kansas.
Yeah.
Wait,
And-
weren't you in Iowa at one point? Why was I thinking you were
Well,
in Iowa?
we
at
took a
one-
lot of trips there.
She's from Iowa.
Because you wanted
Because
to
we had-
see the largest truck stop.
Yes.
I knew
And
it.
eat made right hamburgers.
There you go.
They were very special. But it was right after Christmas, the very next day. And I said, hey, she had something to return. Don't go, Erin. It's not a good idea. There's going to be a lot of people on the road, and it's just not. And she'd only been driving a couple months.
Probably.
Did you have a license, or were
Yeah,
you?
I think so.
Okay. So anyway,
Yeah, I had a license.
you got
Definitely
your
I had a
business
license.
done at the mall, and then she slides out a side of the mall that didn't have a traffic light, I
Yep.
think,
Mhm.
and pulled out into probably, I don't know, 8 lanes of traffic.
Were you with her?
No, thank God.
Okay.
She pulled out. Her boyfriend was sitting in the passenger seat of Grandma's old car.
No, it wasn't. It was the Dodge Aries, but it
Oh.
was. Grandma bought me that car.
But
remember?
it was. She always called it the Grandma
I
car.
hated that car so much.
I'm going to
hated it.
need to look up a picture of
So
this.
my first
Yeah.
car was it was an orange Super Beetle,
Right.
and the
Mother bought that one.
I like that.
yes,
Super
and they
Beetle.
remember the engine blew like 3 times in that car. We had the engine rebuilt so many times.
Yeah.
And
Well, you seem to still have that problem.
I haven't had.
No, I'm talking about all your problems with the golf cart.
Oh yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
it's you. It's you.
Well,
It's
we had
you.
this
Got
conversation the
this
other
aura.
night.
Yeah.
No, maybe it is.
Maybe it
I don't
is.
know. But so anyway, I got this. They call it a K car in Kansas because like state employees drive these cars. They're really
Ugly.
nondescript box
What's it
cars.
called?
It's called a K car.
A K car.
K
Yeah,
car.
made
If you look it up,
by-
it was a Dodge Aries.
What, do we know
Oh,
what
okay.
year-ish?
I don't think it
Oh.
matters. I think they all look the same.
What year was that?
That's
You
probably
were-
like an 80 or 90 something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Um,
it was probably 90 something, but it was probably 80
Oh my
something.
God, that is so ugly.
Right?
So
Let's
what
see.
color was it?
Gray.
grayish blue.
Like gray, like silver. It was
Oh, woof.
yeah.
Is that
Yep.
it?
That was it.
Yeah, that's it. Only gray.
Didn't go very fast.
Yeah, it was ugly.
Until Erin started driving it.
And then it got uglier. Then I wrecked it up. That car was in so many wrecks.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
I don't think I knew about a lot of them, to be honest.
No, you
with
did.
You.
I mean,
I
it
never
wasn't
had to.
It wasn't in that many wrecks.
go
It was in
and-
like 2 wrecks.
Could be
Look-
worse. It could have been like a station wagon.
Yeah,
I think
it
that
Yeah,
would
could
did
have
we
been
ever
worse.
fix it from that wreck? I don't think we did.
I think it just casually went away. I
no,
don't
because
remember.
I kept that car.
And what did you
The
get
next car was my little blue Mazda. But
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
think I got that until college. I didn't drive that.
We'll
I
have
drove
to
that
go
thing
through
all
old
through high
pictures.
school.
because that would tell the story.
I did drive that all through high school because that car got wrecked at Pitt State. It didn't
How
get
did-
wrecked.
how did
I
it
was.
get
I wasn't
wrecked?
even in the car. Somebody
Right.
That
else
could have
did
been
it.
a good story
Oh.
I wasn't even in the car. I was at work.
there.
Somebody
Oh, it was
else hit my
Lance that
car.
did it, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it was either Lance or my friend Stephanie. I was at work and it got hit like in the parking lot. It's just like somebody backed
Yeah,
into it.
totally.
It wasn't me.
Yeah.
I wasn't even in the car.
No.
So we didn't count that against her.
So wait, so she pulled out into like 8 lanes of traffic.
Yeah, and I got sideswiped.
Got sideswiped?
Well,
And
we
it was-
sideswiped each other.
Oh, sure.
Who was faulted for the accident?
Me, of course, me.
Because-
Of course, me.
right.
I always am the one that's at fault.
Yeah.
Doesn't even matter if I'm actually at fault.
How many speeding tickets have you
I
gotten?
don't know.
Wow.
Too many to count.
Okay, how about just in your 20s? Now, okay, 30s. Okay, 40s. Come on.
In
I
your whole
don't
life.
even want to talk about it because if we talk about it, then I'm going to get one.
Oh,
Oh.
honey, with how you drive, I'm shocked you haven't gotten one here.
I haven't had one in a long time.
That's really good.
Knock
That's
on
really
wood.
good. Yeah, please.
How many have you talked your way out of?
None. I never get. I
Dude,
never.
I've gotten 2, and I tried to talk my way out of both of them.
Joel always talks his way out.
Well, listen to this
I did
story.
talk myself out of one. Ooh,
This
no,
is a
3.
Mother T story. I was working at the Social Rehabilitation and Services Office in Lawrence, Kansas, and I was just barely pregnant. I didn't even show yet. And I got stopped twice by the same cop
On the same day.
morning.
So see, apple doesn't fall far from the tree here.
He goes, "Didn't I just see you and talk to you?" Well, yes, but I'm on my way to work and I'm late and I'm pregnant and I don't feel good and I'm going to throw up on you.
Oh my god, my first speeding ticket. Oh my god, it was like weeks after I got my license, of course, and I had my license before my best friend, and so it was always she would call me and she's like, "Pick me up, we're going to McDonald's." I'm like, "Fine," but we would like I'd have like my parents' minivan, the Aerostar, which is brown.
Oh,
We called it the
yeah.
shit star, and and we would do like donuts in the winter. and no, so I got like a speeding ticket. There's this I'm from
In the minivan.
in the minivan. I was in so I'm from Port Washington, Wisconsin, and that's kind of like right on the water of Lake Michigan, and it's a cute town, and you can drive up to the bluff to actually see it. And so there's
yeah.
this whole road, and it's like a whole park. It's nice. But me being me, I'm flooring up that hill, and it's 20 miles an hour. Well, the cop clocked me at 37, 20, and I'm like, oh my
And it's
God.
probably a real narrow, windy road.
Oh my
right?
gosh. And I'm, so then immediately, because I am the good kid, I go home and I put on kind of the act, but also I genuinely mean it too. And I start bawling my eyes out in front of my dad. And then, being me, overly dramatic, I handed him my license. I don't deserve this. And just because I'm like, maybe it'll let some heat off me if I feel really
You're
bad
really
about
bad.
it. But I actually did feel bad. Needless to say, being a smaller town, because my grandpa was deputy sheriff for a number of years, and
there
so
you go.
the sheriff's department, they know who the UTECs are, and I went to a quote unquote court, which was basically me going into like the local DA's office, and they put me in a room with my dad, the DA, and the Sheriff Rudolph.
Oh boy.
And they sit me down, and they're all like sitting on the desk or standing up, just looking down at me, and with their serious faces and everything. And I'm like, I'm inside, I'm freaking out. And I said, I don't know. I think I've been pretty good at thinking on my toes, but I just said to the DA, listen, you have to understand that vehicle is very hard to drive. Like, you really have to floor it to get up the hill. And I'm like, and I was trying to balance braking and flooring it to get up the hill. And I'm like, I'm not used to this. I just got my license. I'm sorry. Needless to say, they walked into that fully knowing that they were going to completely let me off.
Yeah.
But they also wanted to, like, kind of
make a
scare,
scene.
like kind of
Yeah.
scare you a little bit,
Yeah.
so you don't do it again, because it is
Right.
dangerous, right?
Right.
And they, the DA said to me, he was like, I understand. I have a minivan too.
thinking,
And I'm like,
sure.
they're like, are you going to do this again? I'm like, no, sir.
sir.
I have learned my lesson. And I never did. I mean, I sped again at one point. I got a second ticket at one point in my life. I think it was 19. But that was it. Because it's not worth it to me. It's not worth the points. It wasn't worth the drama. It wasn't worth the money. Like, it was just,
Exactly.
So, but that was a pretty funny
I'll
story.
right my ways.
All right. Now that I've taken some heat off of Erin for a little bit, let's bring her back. Oh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I like this one. Mom drove in nightie to find Erin, and Erin laid in a bed of a pickup truck to hide fake ID taken.
That's two different stories.
Okay, well,
I don't know if she even knows about the fake
So-
ID.
I don't know about that.
Oh, we're
I'm
talk
anxious
about
to
that. You're
learn.
about to learn. You're going to learn today, T. So mom drove in nightie to find Erin, and Erin laid in bed of pickup truck to hide.
Underneath a blanket.
Yeah, my friends were back there too. There were like 3 of us.
So mom
So-
came in nightie to find you.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
We were probably at like Greg's Land or State Lake or I lived in a small town. There was nothing
There
to
was
do.
nothing to do, so they created things to do. That
And-
were not necessarily good.
None of them were good.
No.
None of the things we did were good.
Well, let's talk about this thing that you shouldn't have been doing.
Yeah, I don't know where we were. Honestly, I don't remember where we were that night.
Well, it was-
actually, you know what? I think we were at S Hill.
I think that's what you
I
told
think-
me, finally.
Probably like 20
after
years,
she
10 years
spilled the
later.
beans.
You have to explain what that is.
It's just a place that we hung out.
Like
if
a
we
park?
No, like the side of the road.
That's
This
probably
is-
why
we
it was
have
called
It's such a small town that you don't have parks. No, you have.
we had parks, but they would find
have a
us.
side of the road that
There
you've
w-
named.
S Hill, and it's where everybody went. We would have
It's
parties
true.
at S Hill.
Yes,
Okay.
they did.
Like it's
Okay.
a part
and she
of
never would tell me where it was.
nobody would ever tell their
Nobody
parents
would ever tell their parents.
But you knew it
about
was-
S Hill.
I knew about it. I knew it existed.
Every parent knew about S Hill. Parents knew about S Hill if they grew up there, and then they knew where S Hill was. It was like this. You
Passed
passed
along.
it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, you passed down the information
What
about
did
S
you
Hill.
What did you do at S
You
Hill?
just like drank and hung out.
drank.
Yeah.
Did you know that she was drinking?
Well, of course I did.
Oh, okay.
I did the same thing.
Oh man, I would not have been cool enough to hang out with you. Wow, I wouldn't have been cool enough because I wouldn't have done that because I was
Yeah.
such a goody two shoes, such a goody two shoes.
Well, it pretty was generally expected of your kids. I
Yeah.
think. Silver Lake had that reputation. I think.
Okay. Did you smoke them cigarettes too,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
like
oh, yeah,
Marlboros?
Yeah, I would-
Marlboros.
I'd come home from being gone.
Yeah.
And she'd be sitting out on the back steps, and the whole board would be stretched across the kitchen.
Oh my god! I'm sorry, but no other mom can come on this show because T is officially the coolest. Like, who's gonna beat this? Who's gonna beat this? I'm sorry.
I don't know. I mean, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be real tough.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
I mean, my parents could have stories, but nothing like this. The story that my dad would say is he'd be like, you know what? I walked into the playroom and you were playing and you were talking, and I said to you, Bex, "Oh, who are you talking to, Bex?" And you're like, "Jesus," which really happened.
Oh my gosh.
So
So she drove around because I didn't come home on time. I had a curfew,
Yeah.
and I didn't come home that night. I think I was like, I had broken up with Lance or something, so I was like
Yeah,
really upset.
Lance was in and out all the time.
Yeah, and
Up and
so
down.
she left the house and drove around town for who knows how long, looking for me.
She was in somebody's driveway.
Okay, so she didn't come home at curfew,
Right.
and you being an awesome mom, you stayed up for your kid to make sure she gets home safe.
Well, I'd gone to bed, and I got up, and she still wasn't home, and it was like 2:00.
Oh
And I
wow, late. What was curfew, by the way?
Midnight.
I think
Okay.
it was like 10 o'clock on
And this would have
school
been
nights.
like, what are we
12
talking?
o'clock
Like she was
on
like
weekends.
17, 16,
I'm probably
17,
like
17?
16 or
16,
17.
Okay.
17.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I don't know. Did somebody say you were here in the back, or
Liberty.
Mooberty?
Mooberty. We called her
She
Mooberty.
hated.
I
Snitched
I did
on
not
her.
like Liberty.
Didn't she call me at home and wake me
No,
I wasn't asleep.
no,
but
I think it happened like after. Oh, maybe. I don't
I think
remember.
she
I don't
may have-
remember
I don't
exactly
remember
what
for
went down,
sure.
but it definitely had something to do with her.
Yeah. And I think I was at home when I got the phone call, and I jumped back in the car. But I had a coat on.
It was like she called it to tell on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what a bitch thing to do, right?
Yeah, she was.
Wait, who was this woman?
This person, it's a girl. It's a friend, an ex-friend.
Oh, this is a friend.
Ex-friend. We
Who-
were not friends.
So what? She was there with you?
No,
Yeah.
she
Well,
had
she-
been. She had probably been
She
there,
knew that Erin
and
was
then-
out, and that's where she'd be.
and that I would be in trouble.
Yeah.
And so she called and told my mom
Well,
on me.
Erin, that is not a friend.
No,
No.
she was not a friend.
That's
we were
a
not
traitor.
We were not friends at that point.
That's a traitor.
We had
Yeah.
been friends in the past, but she was not a nice person, to put
Gotcha.
it mildly.
Do you know who is a nice person? Who would have been a nice person?
You.
Me.
Yeah.
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 I wouldn't have ratted you out.
Thanks.
I would have been silently judging you for doing what you were doing, smoking and drinking,
Mhm.
but I wouldn't have ratted you out.
Thanks.
I would have just had a talk with you at some point.
Me and
You
Jesus.
can do better.
You would have been like, Erin,
We would have not
we're
been
gonna
friends.
we're gonna need you to talk to Jesus a little bit.
I wonder if you and I would have been friends though, because we were both cheerleaders.
Yeah.
You know,
We would have
But
been
But you were
friends.
like the cool cheerleader.
I
that-
mean, I was friends with pretty much everybody.
yeah,
Like
same.
except for Mooberty and.
What was it, Mooberty?
Her name was Liberty.
Yeah,
But we called her Mooberty.
Mooberty because moo.
She was bigger, and
Oh
I
my
know that's
God,
really
Erin,
mean.
that's so
I know that's really
mean.
mean. But it wasn't okay. So
That's why you
this
get
is
all the car problems.
this
You still
is
got
this is
karma
the girl.
happening.
Like she literally tried to call me like in junior high. Call me out to go have a fist fight in the school like parking
She
lot.
was just jealous of you.
She was. It was like that with her forever, and it was like that friendship that's not really like we would be friends, but it was never really a friendship.
Yeah.
So she tried to fight me.
Frenemy.
She tried to fight me in junior high. Then like this girl, I mean, I
Erin
can.
was always a little on the feisty
I
side.
can tell you some
she
stories
still
about
is.
this
I
girl,
know
and
that.
this is part of why we called her this, and it's because this girl, literally in high school, had guys lined up to do naughty things to them, and
Oh.
they were boyfriends of my friends.
Oh, so she was a slut.
Oh, she was.
Yes.
She was a
Okay.
And so
nasty
she
girl.
got the name Mooberty
Okay.
because
So
she
she-
was like,
Asking for it.
yes, yeah. It wasn't because I was a mean girl by
No.
any means. It was like she started it, and
You finished it.
yeah. I'm the type of person that like you fuck over my friend,
Yeah.
then
I
you
know.
have me to deal with.
I know.
So
I will say that Erin is still that person.
I've
and
always
I
been that
love
way.
her.
Think
Yes.
about it. I did the
She-
same thing with Katie when
This
Yeah.
this chick is my like ride or die man.
Yeah.
Like she like loyal, and I got her back too. Like Erin, if anybody fucks with you, if Mooberty comes
Yeah.
back, man, I'll take her down. Unless she's
happened to
unless
her?
she's
I
super
don't
moo.
know.
I don't know
I
either,
have
but-
no idea.
She was always kind of lurking in the background.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta finish the story.
Okay.
So, mom gets a nightie with a coat on, and is driving around to find Erin.
Yes.
And you had a truck.
No.
No, I was
no,
in my
no.
car.
Oh,
But I
hid to hide from your mom.
I was probably in a boy's truck. I mean, we're from Kansas. That was probably
Yeah,
a friend of
Everybody had a
mine.
pickup truck.
Yeah,
Yeah, everybody had pickup trucks.
Yeah.
And I don't know. We hid in the back of the truck and laid down and put a blanket over ourselves to hide from my mom. Like I
And I
heard.
don't even think I lifted up the blanket.
No,
I
no,
just
you
said
didn't.
it-
You probably couldn't even see over.
No. I
She was
said-
probably talking. She was talking to the guy, whoever
So-
was driving. I don't remember whose truck
Sean.
it was.
So-
I think,
so-
or
Sean Denton?
No, little Sean. When they were little Sean, small, not very.
Oh,
tall.
Sean Root.
Sean Root. That's who it was. I think.
That's funny.
Okay, I need to know how this story ended.
Okay.
So
Well,
I'm thinking I
They
didn't
left. She
confront
went.
You.
Well, you didn't know I was in the. I don't think you knew
No,
I
I
was in the truck.
suspicion that's where
Then
you
I
were.
then I came home.
And I said, well, if you see her, tell her she needs to come home. Her mom's waiting for her.
So, which you probably heard because you were right
Yes,
there.
she heard that.
So
I
then
know
you came home
Yes.
and you were waiting for her
Yes.
in your nightie. Probably took your coat off.
I think I didn't have any lights on. And I think
she was waiting in the front room.
Yeah.
In the dark.
Yes.
I was waiting for my
And-
prey to arrive.
Ooh, yeah.
She
And-
was waiting in the front room
And
in the dark,
listen to
and
me.
I thought I was safe.
She
I
was
thought
wrong.
I was
She
safe.
wrong.
I was like,
And then-
"Oh, she went to bed.
And the
I'm gonna
best
get
of
in."
this, I just thought about this. We had tickets to go to a concert.
Yes.
In-
No, I don't. Was this the same?
Yes.
I thought it was
Erin
a different
had,
night.
had a punishment that she really didn't like. That-
Lauren and Sarah were talking about this the other day on Facebook, and I was so pissed. I was like,
well,
"Fucking forget it."
We
It's
had-
the worst punishment I ever had.
well, I was
Missing a concert.
Yep,
I was happy I thought of it.
Good job, Mom.
is the worst.
That's how she learns.
The worst punishment I ever had.
Because the same thing I think probably happened to me.
It was Clint Black and
It was a,
Winona,
it
or
was a woman, and it might have been Winona.
I think it was Winona and Clint Black. It was definitely
it was
Clint
a
Black.
country western,
Told
and we
you.
had to drive.
Oh, it's time.
Food time,
Okay.
break time.
And pause.
I don't remember. I don't think I said what the punishment was going to be. I
No.
just said, I suggest you go to bed. And so she went to bed. And the next day,
Oh, she had to sleep on it knowing that something
yes,
was coming.
something bad was coming the next day. And I had thought and thought and thought, what kind of a punishment? And I thought, what better punishment than for me to take her friends to the concert, but not her.
Oh my goodness! So you took her friend.
I took one of my friends in her
what-
friend's place.
Wow.
That was a zinger. She was not happy with me for a long
I
time.
mean, literally, my friends are still talking about that
Okay.
punishment.
Okay, but here's
30
here's my
years
question.
later.
Did you learn your lesson from it?
No.
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 No,
Not at all.
no, I still did all kinds of naughty things.
Wow.
I just
Ugh,
didn't.
yeah.
Well, no, I probably did get caught.
Yeah.
Did you have you ever seen this? This is her Glamour Shots
Oh, she-
photo.
Oh,
She
yes,
knows.
I have. That
Yeah.
was kind of a sore point with your stepdad.
Oh,
Is that all of her real hair?
yeah.
Yeah, it was. It was all floofed up.
We got to post this again because this picture, man, and the earrings and everything.
Oh, yeah.
and
It was
even
a
the face.
glamour-
Look at the
Oh,
face.
yeah.
It was a Glamour Shots photo.
Legit
so she
Glamour
was
Shots.
purposely made to
Yeah.
look like a slut.
I don't think it's a slut.
Well, no, but a party girl. I think it looks
I
like
mean,
With that hair, shoot.
party
So
girl
that we
picture.
did that and the Royals one, the same.
Mm.
I think it was the same
So
shoot.
funny.
I don't know.
I don't know.
All right. Well, now that we got that story out of the way, I need to ask about the fake ID taken.
I honestly don't think my mom even knows that story.
I don't
Did
think
you
I
know
do
that she had a
either.
fake ID,
Whose ID was it?
or is it safe
Nobody-
to assume you would just assume that she has
She
a fake
probably
ID?
would have had
You
one.
probably know this just from because. So I got it. I don't know whose idea it was. I don't remember who
How did
even
it come
got it.
to you?
I don't remember who got it for me, but I didn't have it for very long. I only had it
Did
for
one of your older friends manage to get it for you?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't like anybody I knew. It wasn't there. It wasn't somebody else's that I knew ID. It was like somebody's cousin or something like that. And the
Oh.
person, the girl's ID that I had was like 5, 7, or 8 or something like that. And like I memorized the whole thing, and so every time I tried to use this ID, I had to wear the biggest shoes I had because this. I was
Surprised you
like,
didn't come up with, well, I had a height reduction.
You know what? I'm going to give you credit for that because that's not something you necessarily you would just here's my fake ID. Here's my ID, you know? But
I was like, if they glance at this height, they're gonna be like, "You are not 5'8", girl." But what's really funny
Not
is,
even
so
with
remember
your
when I lived on 6th
Highest
and High?
shoes. Yeah.
I had that ID then. And so I used it a few times at the liquor store, that I would always go to right by the Dutch Goose.
Yeah.
I used it to get in the Dutch Goose. And then once they knew me, I never had to show my ID because I knew the bartenders
This was the
there.
bar that I used to hang out in.
oh my gosh, so
Yes.
you're from that area? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't do that until I was divorced when she was, 4?
4 or 5.
4 or 5. And then I didn't remarry right away, but I did eventually. But I don't know. You were, I don't know. How old were you?
When I was living over there?
Yeah.
I was like 19, 20.
19 or 20. And I think I was divorced again or separated. Don and I
I
broke
don't
up
know.
for a while.
I don't
But
think then. I think you
anyway.
were back together.
And,
But-
and my friends knew her, and that's where they met her.
Well, no. So, like, I would run into, like, her friends sometimes at that bar.
And they
But-
didn't say anything.
No, I think they probably thought that I was already 21.
Oh my gosh, you were so cool, T.
I mean, I was in college then.
Yeah.
And
but still.
Well, it wasn't anything that I hadn't thought of or done, so.
But you had your fake ID taken.
I did. It got taken from a bar in Lawrence.
Yeah, but that's
There's
not-
no, like, real story about it.
But then, well, why would I have written it down? Because I feel like I only write down like more
I
interesting
don't know.
things.
There was no, maybe, I don't know.
Must have
Maybe
sounded
it
more
was because
interesting
of
at
the
time.
height thing. Because,
Maybe.
I don't know. You know, like, when you get your fake ID, you memorize
Wait,
every...
why was it taken? Because of the height?
I don't remember. No, it was basically they were like, yeah, no,
That's not you.
this is not you.
Yeah.
And they
She-
took the ID and
Well, did they
did
they have pictures on them?
yeah.
back then?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so old I don't remember.
In the 90s, yes, they had pictures
Okay.
on your ID.
So I have to bring this story up because it is a story that I've heard a couple times because we've tried to record it, but it's never worked out.
Oh.
So now I need to hear about singed cell.
Singed cell.
Singed cell.
Remember
Was it
junior high?
was it your hair or your eyebrows? Lighting your
my-
cigarettes?
No.
Oh
You
my
don't-
God. she was all the secret. She's like, what is it from? Your lighting your cigarettes?
What was it from?
No, it was from shop class.
Oh, did you cause a little explosion? or
It wasn't me.
Oh,
it
it's
was
time-
Joe
it's-
Flowers.
It's time to hear the story.
Let's hear the
It
real
was
story.
Joe Flowers. We were in shop class with the acetylene torch.
Building what? What were we
Whoa.
doing and what were we creating in shop
We were
class?
just lighting the torch.
We were just learning
We
how
weren't
to
even. We were
light-
learning how to
You-
light the
day
torch.
one.
Yeah.
Day one.
Like
They
literally
failed that
learning
test.
how to light the torch, and you turned the oxygen. I could have.
Not all the way up.
I could have this wrong because it's been some years. I believe you turn the oxygen on like a little,
And
light it,
and
then you
slowly
turn it up.
Yeah.
To
It's like with the Bunsen
well,
burner.
somebody left the oxygen on,
Full blast.
like higher. So when I went to light it, it went and it lit like my eyelashes and my bangs because this is the 90s, like early 90s. And I had
probably a ton of hairspray. in the back.
yes,
Yeah.
a
Oh
ton
my
of
God.
hairspray.
The hairspray.
And this guy, Joe Flowers, who had a crush on me. So everybody in the class is like yelling at me, fire, fire. And I'm like, where? And so then somebody says
Your
like,
eyes are on fire.
well, I don't think I did just like singe my eyelashes. But Joe Flowers starts running at me with his shirt on, and he was a bigger guy. And all I saw was like, yes.
You see it in slow motion. It's
Yes,
like, whoa, whoa,
yes.
whoa, whoa,
And
whoa.
so I'm like hitting myself in the head to get this fire off. And because I'm terrified that Joe's going to put my head under his shirt.
And it wouldn't smell good.
No, no,
He
no.
was in love with you.
Yeah.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Oh
is
my gosh.
hilarious.
And then
Yeah.
so moving forward, you got
I was called Singe Cell.
Send Cell. How long did
And-
how long did that last?
All through
Oh,
high
yeah,
school,
that
I'm
lasted forever.
Oh, that's
But
amazing.
also the shop teacher, Mr. Blush, told the story for so many years that my sister heard it, who's 10 years younger.
Oh,
Were you
my.
the cautionary tale?
Yes, yes,
This is
1,000%.
what will happen to you?
If you don't do this right, this is what could
I
happen.
wish pictures would have been taken. That would have been amazing. Oh, if it would have been done now, there'd be pictures.
Oh, there'd be videos. It'd be on
They'd be in
TikTok.
slow motion
Yeah.
of Joe running towards you.
Yep.
I got
His
you,
tummy
Erin.
just
I
jiggling.
love you.
I'll save you, Erin.
He would put you
I love you.
right between his man boobs. And I got you.
You're mine
Yeah.
now. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, Lordy, Lordy.
Yep.
Oh, I'm so happy right now.
What are some of the things that you and Sarah cooked up?
What?
You and Sarah were kind of naughty.
What did we cook up? We didn't cook up anything.
I remember you were spending the night with Sarah, and Sarah
Well,
was spending
yeah.
the night with you.
Yeah, we may have done that once or twice.
Was she always naughty?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
just
Always.
popped out naughty.
Well, when she was little, she had a lot of compassion for people.
She still does.
She had a little friend, Katie.
She'll just crush a chair over your head
Yeah.
if she's upset.
and she was always real protective of her.
I always protected Katie.
Yeah.
Like, always protected Katie if people were picking on her.
Yeah.
That's nice.
That was a nice tribute.
She's still that way though.
Oh, I know that.
you know,
she is.
yeah.
She's a good girl.
Yeah. I'm
Well, no,
definitely.
she is absolutely not a good girl, but she is a compassionate.
Better now.
She's a very.
I'm
much
a
better now.
don't fuck with my friends girl.
Yeah.
That's what I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
she's the
don't
right-
fuck with the people
yeah,
I
she's
love.
the friend that you want.
Yeah.
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 Absolutely.
Yeah.
I have other stories of
I-
me sticking up for my friends, like Casey Bartley, when
What happened?
Adina spilled beer on her, and Casey was wearing something of mine, and it was like brand new, and Kate, I can't remember if it was something with Casey's ex, and that was when I dumped the whole beer on Adina.
Oh, I never heard that.
You don't
story.
know how Adina and I became friends. So we're at a bar
my.
in college, and Adina purposefully spilt this beer on Casey because like somebody was with her ex-boyfriend, and I don't remember what the boy situation was, but it definitely had something to do with the guy.
Always does.
And so Adina spilt this beer, and so then I go up to her and I'm like, "Did you spill a beer on my friend?" And she's like, "No, not me. I didn't do that." And I'm like, "Well, my friend over there said she saw you do it."
Who is wearing your shirt?
I don't. Yeah,
Let's just say,
Yeah.
Hey, these are important details here.
Check my
So
shirt.
Yeah.
yeah,
And my friend.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so Adina's got a brand new beer in her hand, and like this is college days where like it's a
It's a
big
big- yeah,
beer,
yeah,
right? And so I just go like this and tip. She
Tip it
goes.
towards her.
She goes to,
To
get
drink
a
it, and you
drink,
tipped it over
and I
her.
tipped it.
Oh my
And
god!
it flowed over her face.
It poured.
my
I mean,
gosh.
she was drenched.
This is amazing. This is amazing.
Oh, I can't remember the name of the bar, but it was like over by Washburn. I mean, like on where all the college bars were.
Erin was termed as the girl who went to the most colleges.
I went to 2.
Well, you went
And
to
community
3.
college. Okay,
Yeah.
community college. That doesn't really
We didn't
count.
think she was ever going to graduate.
Did we throw a party when she did?
I
Oh, yeah.
graduated with
Oh, yeah, we did.
like a
Woohoo,
good
she's
GPA, and I was only
Bye.
an extra year.
Can I
It's
help
fine.
you with your suitcases?
Oh,
No,
man.
I didn't. No, I made a shrine of her bedroom.
No,
Oh
you
my
didn't. No,
gosh.
no, she
Oh,
didn't. No,
with
she
all
didn't.
of her awards.
She's
I wouldn't
lying.
touch
A
it. I wouldn't.
million
I wouldn't
awards.
let her sister move in. Her sister wanted her bedroom.
But she did move in eventually.
She did eventually, but I didn't let her at first.
Oh, that's so nice.
She probably thought I was coming back.
I did.
Oh.
I did.
Like, let's be honest, kiddo.
I was coaxing her to come back. Yeah. We
Anyway,
had
so
fun
anyway,
together.
that story ended with Adina and I having class together. Like 2 weeks later, like school started, and we became friends. We didn't know that I didn't know that it was her that I spilt the beer on.
Because this was how long ago before?
It was just like a few
it
weeks
was a
before.
seedy dark bar.
Oh,
Well,
sure,
no,
sure.
I mean it was like the end of
But
the night,
plus
but
you
I
guys
just
are
didn't.
drinking
Yeah,
and-
and I just didn't
yeah.
remember that it was her.
Sure.
Like I didn't know her. I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't remember it was her.
yeah.
And then
But
you
did
meet
she-
somebody in a different setting. I meet her in school.
Yeah.
And you don't put two and two together.
No.
Did not
I
put
get
two
you.
and two together.
Is she the one that brought it up?
No. So we're out another night at what was the country bar over on Wanamaker?
remember
You know,
the
wherever
name of
we'd
it.
go
Yeah.
line dancing and
Right,
everything.
right.
Anyway, we're at that bar and we're in the bathroom. We're in the bathroom and the girl, Sherry, who I went to high school with and Adina was friends with. We're in the bathroom and Adina and I are like, hey, what's happening? Blah, blah, blah. Like, we're friends at this point. And Sherry says to Adina, you know who that is, right? Because Sherry was there that night. And Adina's like, yeah, that's Erin. She's in my marketing class and we're friends.
Do you know that meme with like Joe Rogan as he's at the that match and they're all like, what? Yeah, I just saw that meme in my head. Like, what?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Adina's like, yeah, it's Erin. She's cool. She's in my marketing class and we're friends, blah, blah, blah. And Sherry's like, she's the girl who spilled the beer on you.
Sherry who?
Sherry Knight.
Okay. So finish.
Well, so Adina and I, we were still friends.
What did she say? After?
Adina was like,
did you have a laugh over
yeah.
it?
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
good.
We think it's funny. I mean, I lived with
there
her
was
in
no bar fight.
Okay.
I lived with her in California. Like,
Okay.
we're still friends and we've been friends. I mean, it's just funny that that's how we
I like that
initially
story.
met.
That's a really good story.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Oh, there's so many things. T, you got something you want to tell?
Yeah. Can you think of any other good ones?
Really?
I'm not giving them up.
Probably could if I thought long and hard.
What about when you sent Sarah home from Chicago?
Oh, yeah. That was, what did you guys do to deserve that?
Well, we
remember.
definitely. Was it the
visiting.
car thing?
We were on our way to Chicago to visit relatives, my relatives,
And you drove.
and I drove, and we invited Sarah to go along with us, and everything was good until they started talking about wanting to go to a
New
concert.
York. We wanted to go to Woodstock.
95. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was just a wee little kid.
We really wanted to go to Woodstock.
They weren't very old.
Yeah, we were.
Were you guys driving by then?
Yes. Yeah,
So
we
they
were
would've been-
17
Oh,
or
then you were-
18.
Oh, I didn't think
Or
you were that
we
old.
were seniors for sure.
Okay.
So I was 17. We were 17 because Sarah's young like me. We were
go with-
17.
Yeah, they started school late, so they were young. So she was
We were
probably,
17.
Probably 17.
Oh, that's okay.
And they really wanted to go, and I'm thinking, I would like to go too. Maybe we should think about this. But we had Whitney with us, didn't we?
Who's Whitney?
My sister.
Her
Okay.
younger sister that's 10 years younger.
Okay.
So she would have
I'm
been...
sure we had Whitney.
She would have been 6. Not exactly.
Probably
someone-
not you leave home alone at 6.
Well, no.
No, and you don't go to concerts that, that are
No.
something like that.
Yeah.
So
Something like
my
that.
better judgment.
Good job, Mom.
made me
But that
realize
wasn't
that-
why we sent Sarah home.
What happened when
I
we
don't
got
remember
there?
what
They
happened,
were
but we
supposed-
definitely met boys.
Yeah,
and-
did come home and they were supposed to.
Oh,
or-
yeah, probably not.
yeah.
Wait, like real talk. Do you two just like hang out together and like go out and like meet men together and stuff?
No.
Because that would be
No.
really cool.
No.
I, like,
Not then. No,
yeah.
she was married and
Oh.
Yeah.
no, it's definitely not like
Okay.
that.
No, she moved.
But you could still hang out together. Like, could you? Like.
Well, I'd go
Well,
visit
now-
her. She'd
Yeah.
come visit me.
Yeah.
She moved to Colorado fairly.
2 weeks after I graduated college.
How do you? So then, at that point, did you let Whitney have the bedroom, or did you still hold
well,
on to
we
it for a
kinda
little while?
eased into
Okay.
that. She liked that bedroom, but it was like a shrine to Erin. So I wanted her to come back, and so I thought, well, I'll just leave her
Aw.
bedroom like.
How'd
it
you
was.
feel about her moving to Colorado?
I was okay with it. I wasn't happy about it, but she wanted to go, and I like Colorado, and I could understand why she'd want to do that.
Right.
So she did. And this on and off boyfriend that lasted for
Lance.
No, Dan.
Dan the man. He was a cutie, and he was very well sought after, wasn't he? By the women,
Mm-hmm.
and he had a roving eye for sure,
Naturally.
forever.
Yeah.
And maybe still does for all I
Who
know.
knows?
But anyway, Dan the man.
Dan the man.
Dan the man.
What do you think of Joel?
Well, my time has been limited with him.
Yeah.
He's hard to get to know, I think.
Yeah. My parents would say the same thing about Sean. We just haven't been around enough. See, both my sisters.
He's hard to get to know. I don't
both
think
my
so.
sisters got married their high school sweethearts. So those guys have been around since high school. I met Sean when I was 30. So it's just we were gone. We lived in different areas. So it's like they just don't,
They don't know him that well.
No.
I see. He's very nice, very talented, very smart. He's a good fit. He puts up with Erin. Well, she can be kind of bossy sometimes.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, Erin.
No, we're doing this. Now.
Nobody's ever said that about me.
Well, assertive. Let's use the word assertive.
Assertive.
Yeah, that's a better word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Assertive.
Yeah. And she has a lot of ideas, some good, some bad. But,
True.
Yeah.
know, doesn't everybody?
Yeah. Yeah.
At one time or another.
Yeah. I am loving this. I'm so happy right now. This has exceeded my expectations, which is awesome. I feel like it's not done yet. I feel like there's more. I feel like I need one more story to be complete. One more good story.
I don't know what age you started wearing makeup, but I know she spent a lot of time in the bathroom in the morning before going to school.
Well, yeah, have you seen her
I didn't look like that all the time.
And
you sure about that? You sure about that?
No, that was a special event.
How long did it take her to do her hair like that?
Well, I can't remember.
Yeah.
Did you come out of the
We
bathroom
are
all
100%
made up
posting that.
and I made you take it off? Or,
No.
but she always had this fascination with makeup. And
I know, which is one of
she'd have her-
Linen's the same way, and I
know,
love it.
I know.
My niece.
She had to have eyelash curler and, fake or not nails, but lashes, didn't you?
No, not then.
But she'd curl them and she'd cake them with makeup and mascara, and she'd have, I don't know, you put eyeshadow on, and it was pretty brilliant and bright. And
Do you know that she's into smut books now?
no.
Yeah, she's into like this book that's all about dragons having sex. I know.
Why you're bringing it up now?
Yeah, I know. And
Are you reading the same books?
I know, and you're probably really excited because you're like, "Ooh, somebody else brought it up."
Dragons having sex?
Yeah, she's into smut books. In fact, she has a group called the Smut Sluts, and
I didn't know about that.
yeah. So
about that.
yeah. She's into this book called The Fourth Wing or something like that, and it's.
I'm not the only one.
I think there's humans having sex in it too.
Yeah, there are.
But she's into like the dragons.
Oh my God. Well, how did you get interested in that?
And go.
I'm in a book club, and somebody it was in our book club, and then we all liked. I mean, they're good. Whatever.
They're good, whatever. Usually
I've already
I
talked
think you
about
just
this
shut
a
up
lot.
About it. Yeah,
Oh, who
not
have
on
you
an
talked-
episode, not on your episode.
It's fine. I forgot. I did write down questions,
Ooh,
and my questions were, "What was I like as a child?"
Busy. Real busy.
Busy. That's what she
I
always says about me.
I remember
was
one time.
busy.
One time, she used to walk home from kindergarten with a group of kids that lived in our
I didn't walk
neighborhood.
home. I walked to
Well,
Jan's.
Oh, you went to Jan's.
in 5 miles in the snow.
Yeah,
Wow.
both
Right,
ways.
Exactly.
Yeah, snatcher.
Well, you were supposed to be home from school, and you didn't come home from school. And I thought, well, where could she be?
Did you search
I
for
grew
her
up in the
your 90s?
80s. We didn't. I mean,
I know. Well, you played at his house
Yeah.
a lot. That you were friends.
Yeah.
And there
He
was
was my
another
best friend.
John that had an older brother that lived across the street as you went towards Potman. And I thought that's where you were at because she was like in second grade or something. She wanted to go to John's house. And I thought
you thought I was at John Merriman's?
I thought you were at John Merriman's. I was good friends with his parents, and that wasn't the John
I was
she
at a different
chose to
John.
go visit that day. And she was in, I don't know, second grade, first grade. Anyway, I was panicking. I had no idea where she was.
Did you search for her in your nightie?
No, it was daytime.
Okay.
I had some clothes on, but I'll tell you another funny story about me. This is a pretty funny story. Well, anyway, I finally figured out she was at John across the street's house, and everything ended well. But I don't know. I have been crazy interested in this political scene that we've got going on.
Yeah.
And in my haste to get my suitcase packed and get over here and visit, all the news came out about all the stuff that they uncovered that was being lied about and not talked about. And all this news came out, was it Thursday? Thursday, I think, or maybe it was Friday, about what they were uncovering with the Doge investigation.
Right.
And I just could not function and just could not get my shit together. I was trying to get my suitcase packed and listen to the news on the TV and all that stuff.
So guess what she forgot?
I had
Your
all
suitcase.
no, worse than that. Worse than that. I had everything ready. I had all the shirts I was taking hung up in the closet in the bedroom had my suitcase in. Had the suitcase laid open. I was going to bring coffee pods. I didn't bring that. I brought 3 pairs of shoes and shorts and underwear and bras and some miscellaneous stuff. Not one frickin' shirt. Not one shirt. Couldn't believe it. When I got here, and I just go, where are my shirts at? And I just told him, well, I'm going to be topless.
Oh my gosh. Oh my God, that's amazing. That's amazing.
I do some
She
real
forgot
winners.
her shirt.
All of them. No shirts.
So I'm wearing, I don't know.
Joel's
Mike's
shirt, I
shirts,
think.
Joel's
Shirts.
shirts. Anybody who'll give me
Give you a
a
shirt. Oh my goodness.
that accommodates large breasts.
Oh man.
Erin and I share that trait.
Yeah.
We do.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. I love this so much. Amazing.
Enjoy this little conference. and
This was
little interview.
This
Yeah.
was it's a chat.
It's a chat.
It's a chat.
So you've only been here for a few days, but
Yeah.
what is your favorite thing about Palmas?
It's beautiful, for one thing, and it's a lovely community. Lovely community.
Are you happy that you came?
Absolutely.
And will you come back? Because I kind of feel like this could use a part 2.
A part 2. Well, there's a good possibility.
Well, we are really happy that you came on, so thank you so much. This exceeded all my expectations.
Well, I'm glad it did. Whoa.
All right. I think that's it.
Okay.
I think that's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
Thanks,
okay.
Mom.
Thank you.
Love you.
Love you
too.
so much.
So much.
So much.